Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be creating this beautiful glowy bronzy look. So if you guys want to see how I got this look on my model, just keep on watching. Starting off with skincare, I'm using the Pond's Dry Skin Cream, and this is just a really rich hydrating moisturizer, and this just ensures that the skin is really nice and moisturized so that all of the makeup that we're going to lay on top is going to lay really nicely, and the foundation's not going to crack. It's just going to be very hydrated and smooth. Next, I'm taking the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is in Champagne Pop. It's just going to give the skin more of a glow from within. Now for her foundation, I wanted to use something that had a little bit of coverage, but I still wanted to keep that really nice luminosity to the skin. Her skin is pretty even and beautiful as is, so I didn't want to cover it up with a lot of makeup. So I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I'm taking the shade 5.75. And once I've applied the foundation evenly throughout her skin, I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. And I feel like this way I get the most amount of coverage, but still keeping the skin hydrated with the water that is in the beauty blender. I feel like it just blends a little bit nicely into the skin. And then I'm just going to make sure to get in all the edges, really deepen that hairline so that everything looks even and perfect. As you can see, the foundation has a really beautiful luminous glow to it, and it really does help laying down a shimmering base in the bottom. The Becca one doesn't have any chunks of glitter, it just adds like really pretty luminosity. Now I'm going to correct her under eyes using the Tarte Shape Tape, and the color that I used on her was light medium honey, and you really just have to use a small amount of this because it's so full coverage. I do like for the under eyes to be very full coverage even if the rest of the skin isn't so intensely matte, just because I feel like it gives it a more polished look. I'm also taking that concealer and I'm going to use this to prime the lids. Now to add some warmth back into her skin, I'm just going to bronze her face with a foundation, and this is just a foundation stick. I believe it's from Lancôme. I'm not 100% sure because the name is rubbed off, but I love using foundation to contour or bronze because I feel like it gives it a more natural, creamy look to the skin. And although we are doing a very glowy look, we want to make sure that we do set certain areas, like the under eyes, for example. We don't want the under eye area to crease or to fade throughout the day. So I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and that is my favorite setting powder that I've used so far. It really does an amazing job at just keeping all of the oils controlled. And I am putting a little bit of bake around her nose and her smile lines. She really does not have any smile lines because she has amazing skin, but I always add it to those areas just to prevent any creasing. Next, I'm going to set that contour and bronze that we did to the skin, and I'm using the Dolce&Gabbana bronzer, and this is in the shade Desert. And I'm just applying this very lightly to the skin because I don't want to move any of the cream product that we had placed before. For blush, I'm taking my favorite blush for these just beautiful bronzy glowy looks, and this is Luminoso from Milani. It's just such a beautiful peachy shimmering blush. I'm also going to be taking that same blush and I'm going to apply it to her lids. I wanted this to be more of just an overall natural look that really went together with like the blush and the highlight from the skin. I wanted it to just all be the same tones. So to brighten up the eyes a little bit more, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit and I'm using the shade Dripping in Gold. I'm using a highlighter because I just wanted it to be a little more natural and almost making the eyes look wet instead of having like a glitter shade. So I'm just going to pop that into the center of the eyes and then a lighter shade right in the inner tear duct. So for her eyeliner, I didn't want it to be anything too overpowering or intense, That's why I chose a brown eyeliner, and this one is Mr. Bing from ColourPop. I really love the way that this complemented the eyes, and it just really brought out her eye color. I'm also applying that same shade to her waterline, and I'm not bringing it all the way in, I'm just focusing it on the outer eye. For her eyebrows, I wanted to keep her natural, just like bushy, undone look, and I just wanted to fill in a couple sparse areas, and I used the Mirabella brow pencil in medium, and it really just shaped the brows nicely without adding too much. And then for her highlight, I am using my Anastasia Glow Kit again, and I'm just really using a mix of all of the different colors, mainly dripping in gold. And I'm going to apply that to her temples, the tops of her cheeks, just any areas that the light would naturally hit. So this is obviously one of the most important steps to this look. You want a really nice golden, glowy look to the skin. So I would go for more golden highlights instead of cool tone and maybe more blue based. I would do something more golden to get that JLo glow. So this step is definitely optional. You don't have to add fake eyelashes, but I decided to pop some pure eyelashes in Flirt. And then I'm just blending that lash line with a darker brown. And I'm going to apply some black mascara to her lower lashes. Now adding a little bit more glow to the skin, as if we weren't glowy enough, we're adding the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and this is just to ensure that the makeup doesn't look powdery and that all of the cream and the powders that we've laid on the skin melt together. To line her lips, I'm using a Beauty For Real lip liner, and this is just in a universal shade. And we're also taking the Baby Lips chapstick, and I apply that to the lips because I didn't want them to look cracky with the next product that I'll be using, which is the Jouer Skinny Dip. And this is like a shimmering topper, which I feel like just completes the look. It makes it look so like juicy and really reflective. And to finish off this look, we are using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray because we want this to be on the entire night. She wore this to her 8th grade prom. This is my little niece. She was so excited. And I'm actually going to insert some clips of her hair as well at the end so you guys can see what she looks like. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
You know it still hurts a little bit, but not that much. 'Cause if you want somebody else, who am I to judge? I've been thinking about you all the time, but that's alright. I'm starting to get used to it, think I'll survive. I met you in the summer